on where you're watching this. So I'm going to get back to working on Packers. I have, I think, two more. Oh no, I stopped the music. That's the worst thing about YouTube. But I'm not going to pay for YouTube because why would I do that? Let me just double check my order. Oh my gosh, no way. I literally got the hankering to listen to the song Layla by Edward Clapton. Put that on, and this order is for a Layla, which is pretty cool. What was I looking for? I don't know. I swear I remembered it, but I don't know why my brain just was like glitch. Okay, well let's get back to Eric Clapton. Okay, so for this packer, I'm making the trans stripe packer. And I gotta find what? I've had like a moment where I'm like, what are the trans stripe color order? Like can I like minimize that? No, it just goes away. This is bullshit. Okay, trans flag. Okay, blue on the outside. Okay, well, I'm looking for the blue then. Okay, let's get back to the music. I usually listen to Pandora when I listen to music and crochet, but for right now, I just like had specific songs that I wanted to hear. So what's this going on? So my 3.5 millimeter furls. Furls is having new hooks and sales and all kinds of shit going on. So make sure you're keeping in the loop with that if you care about furls, because they're definitely not always on sale. Okay, so that is weird. Okay. So I have done this pattern so many times, but that's okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wanted to do some more orders before getting back into my Blank But Make It Halloween challenge. If you saw when I painted the tree the other night, that was the last thing I've done for the challenge. The next one is going to be, it's going to be a little bit of a more complex look because I'm trying to not only do makeup but try to have some kind of like situation around my head. And while I will not be in full drag, I will be in at least partial drag and like drag from here up. So I got to make sure I'm really bringing it. I feel like I don't feel like this is right. Like I know my blue was like kind of weird, but I don't think it was this weird, was it? And I can't find the pink that I normally use. So it's got me questioning everything. So let me go check. Because it doesn't really look right. Okay, so here is the other blue. I was like, yeah, that doesn't look. This is the green. This is the right blue. Okay, well, that explains it. Okay, okay. Well, what did I drop? Oh, yarn. Come here. Come here, the blue yarn. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna undo that. Luckily, I didn't get very far in that. I know it didn't feel right, but I noticed that wrong. Okay. So I don't have a lot of this color, but I should have enough to finish this project. I'm gonna actually take from the outside because I don't want to have to deal with like rewinding this or anything. Such a small amount of yarn. Okay, so we're back on the right track. Six, seven, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so now I want to listen to. I think I'll just put on Pandora. Then I want to keep on stopping and starting. Um, As always, if you want this packer pattern, it is a free pattern. It is available in my description box below. I did not write the pattern, but I was pattern tester for it. And I've been using it ever since. It's such a great pattern. I've seen it circulated a lot through the trans community and crocheters. I've really just embraced being able to provide for the trans community. So I hope you're all having a good Wednesday. I need to do my testosterone shot today, so it's very appropriate that I'm doing a trans-colored packer. Okay, so using my stitch marker. Mel and I are making our way through the Hunger Games series, so we watched Mockingjay Part 1, which is, not my favorite one, but it's still fun. Oh my god, I am so tired of hearing the song. If I never heard it again, I'd be totally happy. Don't mind the song. So you can tell my hair is getting really long because it's just like going everywhere. Um, and I can't really tame it without products anymore. Also, so normally I use a neon yellow dye for my yellow hair, but this is actually uh, lime green, which that's yellow, right? Like, am I an idiot? I don't know, but like occasionally it will look a little lime greeny, but it pretty much always looks yellow. So I think, I mean, I have so much of the dye. It was such a big container. So I think I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna like punch it up with a little bit of blue, and then I'm also gonna put some more yellow in it because it's not really holding in my hair as well as the yellow normally does. I mean, I dyed this like what, a week ago, and it's like already pretty light through here. So I'm not super happy about that because I was really hoping that this would be really good hair dye. I mean, it does have its benefits, but it just doesn't hold nearly as long as I had hoped. Now, one thing is really nice is that it doesn't bleed, but so it's like my towels aren't like bright green or anything. They're actually mostly yellow, and like where you can tell where I put my head on my towel. Um, so so the green doesn't bleed much, but it doesn't really last that long either. So it's kind of a big trade off. But I think I'm gonna do a little mixy mixy and see what happens. I also have a blue that's like this color, so I think that'll punch up the green tones a little bit, and make it a little bit more limey. Because I had green hair last year about this time. I went from yellow to green, and like when I went like I like kid you not, my hair was like this color, and it didn't last long, but it faded back to yellow, which was nice. Um, this is just like not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's not my favorite lime green, if I'm being honest. Like, I think if you had platinum hair and you're ready to re-dye your hair frequently, it might be worth it, but it's just not enough for me. Very demanding. Um, 2, 3, 4, 6. Hey, Lydia. How are you? I am making a packer, as you can probably tell. Have a couple more orders. Oh, that's what I was gonna look at my phone for to see how many more orders I had to do. Um, I think I have 3 more to do. So I started with the wrong color, and I was like, I don't feel like this is right, but I can't find another color that's better than this. So I just started with that, and then I was like, yeah, this isn't right. So I had to start over, but it wasn't that much work tonight. So I'm crocheting your blanket. Oh, cool. Are you feeling better? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Six, 7, 8. So if you listen to music when you crochet, what kind of music do you listen to? Just curious. I usually listen to kind of all types of rock. It is really making me feel mad. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but I'm really sorry. Okay, so now we have to do 4 rows with no increases or decreases. Yeah, they don't make things easy, do they? It's kind of their jobs to make things hard. It sucks. I'm sorry. Sorry you're dealing with that. Country music I like, and 80s music too. Very cool. Yeah, I'm not really big on country unless it's like Dolly Parton or John Cash. But definitely have respect for people, a lot of people in the genre. Um, yeah, I kind of like. I don't know if my music taste has changed at all since I was like a teenager. I do listen to a lot less metal now. I don't know. I just haven't really been in the mood for like a lot of metal in my like, adulthood. If that makes sense. Um, like I love it, but like I'm just never in the mood for it. It's not that like I don't want to listen to it. It's just like I'm never in the mood for it. I feel like I'd be in like a specific mood for metal, and I'm just not really there anymore. So with this, we go most of the way up the scrotum with the actually, let's see, 5 inches. Yeah. So that's 8 inches divided by 5 stripes. Uh, so, okay. Give me different med at Walgreens for my allergy. If they need to call a doctor, then I should get it. But okay. That's so weird. But I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. Run around sucks. Oh, wait, you know what? No, that's right. I can't even do math anymore. It sucks. I used to be so good at math. Now I can't do really anything. It's just pretty sad. Okay. So if you watched my haul, my most recent haul on my other channel where I did like a cleaning stuff and yarn haul, the cleaning device I got is freaking amazing. Um, but like I was like literally on my hands and knees, like using the little credit card scraper to like scrape like the base, like right at the bottom of the baseboards where it meets the carpet, and like try to get hair out of there. And so my hands are pretty sore, so I'm just gonna try to crochet what I can, not get too stressed out if I can't crochet a whole lot tonight. Oh my gosh, there's a noise in the song and it sounded like someone like ripping open a door, and I literally was like, oh shit, no. But that wasn't what happened. Okay, so let's see. So one second. I got four plus two total. Hey, off to bed. Yeah, wow, yeah. Good luck with that. Thanks for stopping by, Zach. I appreciate it. I can't get on my knees. They're bugging me. They're hurting me like crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I have bad knees too. I could only be on the carpeted parts, and even that was like a pretty short period of time. Because I have bad knees too. But it was so satisfying to get things clean. But I haven't showered yet today, so I'm gonna shower before I go to bed and just get all of the pet hair off of me. I'm super excited. And then I have my IOP tomorrow from 12 to 3. And then I think that's all I have planned for tomorrow. I think so. And then Friday, I'm starting a new campaign. And this is the first one, I think, because it was like the day after Thanksgiving. So I was like, I'm going to go do this. So it was a very anxiety ridden day that day. Um, so I just kind of was useless. But I already made my character from the last campaign that I was gonna start, and then I just didn't really like the group, to be honest. So I just was like, hey, I'm gonna tell the DM. I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna not do this. time around, which ended up working out because apparently the campaign like fell apart because it was not a great mix of people, which happens sometimes. So, so I'm excited to play D&D. I'm going to try playing as Batman. I've tried this before, and one mistake I made was that uh, I made all of his weapons do non-lethal damage because Batman um, isn't like supposed to kill people, but like somehow frequently unalives people quite a bit. So I made non-lethal damage. Like it's never his intention to kill people, I guess. Um, and so I just got my ass beat. I tried to make the whole Justice League in D&D. It was interesting for sure. But I'm excited to play again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now that I've gotten that far, I'm gonna switch my. Should I switch my colors over now, or should I wait? Of the pink that I have. So this is the color I currently use for the pink for my chin stripe, and it's called Coral Rose. On the website, this looks more pink than coral, but it's pretty corally. So I'm going to use that one first, and then once I'm done with that, I have this like color which on the website looks nothing like this, but this is rose pink, and it's perfect. So I'm going to just use this first, and then if I ever need another pink, then have one ready to go. Okay, so get that little knot out. We're going to switch colors. A little snippy. Where did the end go? That's the wrong end. There it is. Taking out that stitch marker and moving it on up. Okay, starting a new row. We're going to do 2 single crochets, and then we're going to do an invisible decrease. Um, Darn it, again it worked. Yeah, closing is definitely not fun. Three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I do one in just this color, I wonder? Because I don't have a lot more of this color than this color. I do have the tag in it so I can get the color again, but seven, 8. You can't buy cotton. Don't you buy cotton cones so you don't make more than this small cotton yarn? I'm not really sure what you mean. I only have one cotton cone, I think. If it's a color I use a lot, then I'll get a cone of it. But like a lot of these colors don't even come in cones, so I just oh, why don't I do it? But like yeah, a lot of these colors aren't available in cones. Also, I have so many color options that I make that it doesn't really make sense to buy a whole cone because like some of these colors I'll never go through a whole super size skein of it. I do get the super size because it's better value, but that's pretty much it. Um, but like colors like black, I could probably buy a cone of that. But I have like a bunch of super size. Usually those go on sale more frequently. The cones don't really go on sale hardly ever, so I don't really get them. Like if I were making a lot of like big projects, I would. I do have one. I had the only cotton cone I have right now is the limeade from Sugar and Cream, which is like a white and green mix that I use for my skeleton doily. But that's it. I don't really have many cones. I was looking at a lot of cones for like Black Friday because I have a friend who wanted me to make her pants, and I was like, we're gonna need a lot of yarn for that. I don't know how much yarn we're gonna need for that, so let's just buy some cones, and then we can kind of work from there. But it ended up falling through. So for now, for now, 4, 5, 6, 7. These really don't take a lot of yarn, especially when you're doing stripes, because like you're only using this much yarn. So I still have this for like the end, and like this will be plenty. So you really don't need cones if you're making packers unless you're just gonna pump out a bunch in the same color. Whereas I do made to order and I do a bunch of different color options. Um, Also, they're really hard to store. I have 4 different cones of like various yarn, and I don't know what to do with them. Like they're so big. I don't know how to store them, so they're really kind of a pain in the ass, I think. So we're gonna go and do 2 rows of this color. Yeah, so right now, if you looked on my Etsy, I currently offer 16 colors, and I just increased it by 5 colors. So I think I'm gonna start taking some colors off that don't really sell so that I can kind of clean up. And like, I don't want to have so many options, but like, because I have them all in a picture. Um, so I don't want to have like too many where I'll just show you. Where is my thing? So let me. I guess I'll go here. Okay, so if you can see my listings back here. So backers, there we go. So this is what I currently have. And so like just an example. So the order I'm making is for the second color option, which is the trans stripe. So this is what it says blue was, which is way more like aqua than baby blue, which is what it looks like on the computer. And then the pink is the biggest lie I've ever seen in my fucking life. It's such a lie. So I thought that's what I was gonna get, and then I ended up getting these colors, and I was like, meh. So I think that I'm gonna remove probably some of these solids, like from 5 to 9. Those colors, I don't think I've ever had ordered. Maybe someone ordered 6 one time, but I think I'm just gonna get those off. I'll still have the yarn because I use them for number 1, which is the rainbow stripe. But yeah, so I'm expanding down here in my skin tone range, so I want to kind of make room for different skin tones. I'll stop sharing now. Okay, let's see where we're at. Oh wait, we're doing 2 rows of the same color. Okay. I was like, I don't see any decreases in this row. That's good. I shouldn't. Okay. I hate when you get both of the ends, like, coming out of the same side and they get all tangled and shit. So, there you go. Okay. That's easier. Okay. Gosh, my foot's going numb. I hate this feeling. Okay. So now we're going to move our stitch marker up. And 2, 1. Okay. So start with a decrease. 1, 2, 6, 7. And then do 2 decreases back to back. When did you start? Yeah, there's always been a fee to sell items there. So the fee is for listing. So even if you don't sell anything, you still have to pay a fee to list it. That gets renewed. I think now it renews every like 3 months or something now, where it used to renew every month. So I don't really know what that's about. But you can change it to manual renewing if you want to keep track of that yourself. So I started my Etsy a long time ago. Let's see, I think it actually says when I started it on here. I started a long time ago, but I didn't always sell the same types of things. Um, um, let's see if I can find. I don't know. It's been years. I've had it for years. But I've closed it for years at a time, not made anything. It's not like, it's the price you pay for having people actually be able to see what you make. But I have 32 listings, and I pretty much only ever sell my Packers. Everything else is just kind of bonus, I guess. So I don't know if I should keep going with the other items or just let them expire and not renew them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, you do get a lot more people viewing that than trying to get like a website or something like that. Now, patterns. I actually sold my first pattern today, my Mooning Grinch. So I'm super excited about that because that's my first ever pattern sale. And so hopefully there's many more where that comes from. But this is like, I really wanted to get that Grinch pattern out as soon as possible because it's a holiday themed pattern. So I really wanted to make sure that people could make it for the holidays if they wanted to. This song sucks. Oh man, yarn barf right there. But yeah, I used to sell dice bags that I sewed, and sold it, handful of those. Um, you, then when I was knitting, I had a couple knit things that I sold. Um, but I haven't really had a lot of traffic. It's just kind of like YouTube, where because I took a really long time off, I don't really get a lot of attention, and that's okay. But it'd be cool if I get a little bit more traffic. But I've been trying to sell more on Facebook and stuff like that. I think that those places are a lot more a little more. I mean, they don't have fees and stuff, but it's harder to get noticed and stuff like that. I just love this color combination together. I think it's so fun. Okay, so that's one time around. I need another with no. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A lot. Okay. Yeah, I don't really go out. I've been having trouble breaking into like local listings, and then all my friends are just as poor as I am, so I don't really sell anything on Facebook. And Marketplace has just never been fruitful for me. Plus, I make a lot of weird things. It's not everyone's cup of tea. That's fine. I have fun crocheting just for the fun of it. It's not always about selling stuff. For me, for some people, this is how they make their income, and that's a totally different story. But they're better crocheters than I am, just in general. So it doesn't hurt my feelings that I'm not fast enough to make money off of, make significant money off of crochet. It'd be cool, but I've accepted my fate. Swap pages for my town. Yeah, I people aren't really active in North Carolina. Like, just not really like a thing that anyone does here. So people aren't very active, which sucks. So that painting that I did yesterday, or whenever I did it, and I was gonna send to Winter. So I looked at shipping, and granted, they live in another country. Um, so I expected international shipping to be like pretty expensive. Normally, I pay like lately I've been paying shipping just went up, so I'd pay like $3.85 for a package of like lightweight and the package size that I use, um, and it was for the same package. It was going to be $24, and I was like, really? But then like the website crashes, like it crashed like it always does. It takes me like hours to fucking have stuff picked up. If it's not directly through Etsy, it's a huge pain in the ass. The USPS website is just not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh shit. I forgot that this is supposed to be back loop only. Oops. And like also I really like doing made to order stuff. If I could make stuff ahead of time and like predict what would sell, that would be a lot easier to put on Craigslist and or local pages or whatever, but I don't really make my stuff like that. So I like made to order better personally, just because it means I get to be surprised to make something. But maybe I'll start making stuff ahead of time and trying to sell it like that. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really want to do like a craft fair, but you have to have like everything you're gonna make already set up, and you have some pictures of your setup and all your inventory and like all this shit. And I'm like, that's too much. I don't like that one. It's too loose. One, 2, 3, 7. Perfect. Okay, so this is the ball sack. Always takes me about an hour to do the scrotum And then from here on, we're just going to do no increases, no decreases. You know how it is by now. We're going to split the remaining links between 3 colors. So I'm going to try to give like a little bit of a head start so that they don't have to stretch as much. Do like the very beginning in this color. Yeah, and it's harder when you like the bigger the project you make, or the more pattern testing you need to go through it, or the more expensive the yarn, the more expensive you have to charge people for it. So it's like people don't want to pay like handmade prices a lot of times, and you're like, well, it's just kind of the way it has to be. You can't make crochet on a machine, so after there's always a fee to get in to sell. Yeah, exactly. Um, oh, that's really cool. That's a good idea. Yeah, I can't even do like like setup like sale in my like driveway because one, the HOA, and two, we kind of live at the back of the neighborhood, so no one drives past our house like organically. So it'd be hard to get like people, down this way. So kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I think when I'm done with this stripe, I'm gonna wind up this ball because it is quite the mess. And I'm gonna switch colors at the end of this row. Yeah, craft sales tend to be pretty expensive to get into, and the bigger the craft sale, the more expensive it is. Last year, I was looking to try to see if I could do a Christmas one, just with like the timing of everything, and it was like it was gonna be so much money, and they wanted to see a picture of my setup, and like I just like I see so many people on like that all the people that I see who do crochet at craft sales, they're either like mile a minute like crocheters where like they're so fast and they make pump out a lot of like smaller things like plushies and stuff like that. And they can just like pop like out like something like every hour. I can't do that. Um, so ooh, I wonder if I can get a booth at Pride next year. That would be cool. And just make a bunch of packers ahead of time. Okay, so I'm going to cut it there. Okay. Yeah, see, this is kind of a train wreck. So I have my ball winder right here next to me. It's already attached to this table. It will make the table rock, so just a heads up. Farmer's Market has a fee from May to December. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's like one of the lower fees I've seen. These are so expensive. Then you like may not sell anything, and you're like, great. Well, spend all this time, and I feel like a jackass. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, so I'm going to take this out of the... I hate tangles. Yep, yarn barf indeed. This has been particularly finicky um, this time around. What? No. No, we're not doing it. Okay, let's try this again. Again, sorry my table shakes. I have a cheap table set up. It's just what I have. I'm sorry. Got a knot. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Sorry, the table's so shaky. I wish I could make it less shaky. I use the Knit Picks yarn winder and it attaches to the table. So it's not really any way I can make this any better. Okay, we're getting to the end of the... Oh, this is where things always go sideways. Everything gets tangled. It's just a fucking nightmare. Why does it always not right there at the end? It's like I've just given up. Okay, so I'm going to take this and wrap it around, tuck my end. If I had any more of my hair clips, if I knew where they were, I would put one in here, but I don't. So, okay. So then I'm going to take the yarn tape and I like to put it around the kind of center of the ball winder, and then as I'm lifting up the yarn, put it in the middle like that. Okay, sometimes that doesn't work, so you just jam it in like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna start the white. And just to have a place to stop for the night. Oh shit, started from the wrong end. Damn it. So confusing. There we go. Now I have the right end. So I'm just gonna sew and weave in these ends, and then I'm gonna call it a night, so I can just kind of chill, try to get to sleep at a partially reasonable time, and that would be nice because I've been going to bed at like 5 a.m. every night, and it sucks a lot. Okie dokie. Well, I'm gonna pull up there. I'm gonna sheath my hook in my fancy um, leather hook holder. Now, this came with when I bought some hooks a while back from Furls. I thought it was the stupidest thing I've ever seen because it only protects one hook, but it's good for traveling. And I use it to protect my very special Candy Shop hook because they don't make those anymore. So I'm going to call it a night, but I love you very much, and thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.